Hello, my name is Konstantin. In this series of short video lessons, I explain you all the aspects of JSight API language, so you can describe your APIs in pretty simple and concise way. Today, I'm gonna tell you about user types. I will use JSight Online Editor, which you can find on editor.jsight.io. It's free, it's open source, you can find its code on GitHub. And I will start from the example from the previous lesson, where we have an API which have only one HTTP request, get/cat/id, and it returns some cat. And let's add to this API some other HTTP request. Let it be get/cats, which will return an array of cats. So we write an array here and just copy the structure of cat inside of this array. That's it. That's it. Now we have another endpoint, and you see that here we have a duplication of code. Yes, look, from line 6 to line 9 and from line 14 to line 17. Of course, we have to use user types here. Let's create a type cat. It's very simple. You just have to use directive type. The first parameter of this directive would be a name of this type, a cat. And then you, in the body of this directive, you enter the schema of this type, schema of the cat. Please pay your attention that the name of any type must always start with a symbol add. Also, if you want, you can add an annotation to this type, which will describe this type. Let's write just a cat. And if you see the rendered documentation, you will find a type cat, its description, a cat, and its schema on the right panel. Now, when we have defined our type, we can make references to this type from schemas. Actually, you can make references not only from schemas, but from other places, for example, from directives parameters, but now I will talk you about only schemas. And where can you put this reference? The answer is anywhere you want. In any place of schema, you can put a reference to the type. But to be more specific, you can put it in 4 places. Place number 1, you can put it in a root of schema. So in HTTP method get/cat/id, you can just put the reference to type cat instead of schema. That's it, just as simple. The second place where we can put a reference to a type is item of some array, for example here. So you can just replace this code with a reference to type cat, or even you can make it even more concise and write it in one line. Another place where you can put a reference to a type is, of course, a value of some property. For example, let's create a new type, cat ID, and let's define it like this, 1, 2, 3, and min 0, max 999. And now let's write, instead of this code, the reference to the type cat ID. Just it, as simple as it. And another place where you can reference to user type is a key of some object property. For example, you can write reference instead of this ID key. But it's a bit complicated issue, so I will describe this issue in other videos. You can see that our type can have any internal structure. It can be an object like type cat. It can be a scalar like type cat ID, and it also can be an array. For example, let's create a type cats list and let it be an array. Okay, so it works. So you can use this type, for example, let every cat can have a list of friends, and it would be cat list. So we reference to this type, cats list. Yes. And on the right panel you can see these types, and you can expand it or collapse it, or expand it recursively and collapse it. So it's very convenient. Okay, that's it. That's all for today. Now you can use user types in your projects. You can create objects, you can create scalars, you can create arrays, and you can reference to these types from any place of schema you want. If you want some detailed information about user types, you can go to documentation to quick help and click on the type directive here. So you will find some additional information about types. And also I recommend you to go to JSight schema specification and find in a menu, find a section references to user types in the example. And here you can find different cases how you can make a reference to your user types in different places, with explanations, of course. Below this video you will find links to these materials. Also I press a share button and I copy a link where this example is saved in the cloud, and you will find this link below this video as well. If you like JSight API, if you like its simplicity and conciseness, please like this video, and also please go to our GitHub. You can find a link to GitHub in our official website, and press the button, go to our GitHub and give us a star there, because it's very important for us for that moment. Thank you very much. In the next lesson I will tell you how to create an HTTP resources tree, and we will create a full-fledged CRUD API. See you, bye.